So I'm working on kind of like a serious video, and I was pulling clips, and I found something arguably even more serious than the actual serious thing I was going to talk about. Usually when I watch these Watchtower videos, I turn the music off because I find the music really triggering. Welcome to the Religious Trauma channel. Hey, how are you? And yeah, today I guess I just forgot to mute it. So I was listening to the background music of this video for the first time in a long time.
A future where God will satisfy the desire of every living thing. The real life that God promises to each of his faithful servants.
And this song from the Paradise video is like 100% Michael Giacchino's score from Lost.
A future where God will satisfy the desire of every living thing. The real life that God promises to each of his faithful servants.
Like it's really, really close. It's a meld between a couple of tracks. Mostly, There's No Place Like Home. It's also very similar to Life and Death. The titles and the emotions of those songs are very similar in the show to what Watchtower's going for. That's what I find kind of perverse about this, or interesting. I don't know. I'm unraveling this in real time. Michael Giacchino does a lot of score that sounds like this throughout Lost, and they always occur in these big reunion scenes where characters reunite after being apart for a while. Makes you cry every time. And of course, that's the exact thing that's happening here in the Paradise videos. If you're a Never JW, what's being depicted here is paradise. After Armageddon, our wicked world is destroyed, and Jehovah's Witnesses will rebuild the earth to its Edenic state, the way it was intended to be, a beautiful worldwide paradise. And your dead loved ones, God willing, will come back to life. They'll be resurrected. You will be reunited with your dead loved ones. And if you've watched Lost, that's interesting. There's a lot of reasons why I'm into that show. And maybe that's why another YouTube channel is going to be happening soon. So this upsets me in a couple ways. One is that I can see just by like the file name here that this was released in 2015. And that sounds about right. Like I remember seeing this at a convention as a Jehovah's Witness. And I remember crying. Like I almost cried today watching this when I forgot to mute the music. And I was like, oh my God, why am I getting all emotional? And then I realized, oh yeah, it's totally life and death. Literally. The crazy thing is Lost is my favorite show, and it was my favorite show as a witness. Like I definitely had already watched it through several times by 2015. This isn't just trying to match the actual melody of the song, but the real feeling of the song. Like the Jurassic Park thing, it's not played like the Jurassic Park theme. It's just like almost the same melody, kind of. Former Jehovah's Witnesses watching, this is a trigger warning. Hit the 10-second forward button. I'm about to play just a little snippet of a Kingdom melody. This is one people cite a lot. I can hear it, but this is almost the same melody exactly, and it's going for the exact same emotions with the same kind of imagery of Lost. And so it's no wonder that when I was a Jehovah's Witness and watched this, it immediately made me feel so emotional and positive, and it gives me this positive association with paradise. We don't have time to get into this, but Lost was actually kind of important for me deconstructing my faith.
Why do you find it so hard to believe?
Why do you find it so easy?
It's never been easy!
But suffice it to say, it's a lot about the complexity of faith and people losing their faith. But there's kind of a beautiful spiritual core at the center of that show, and I think as a witness, it almost felt validating. Like that TV show was sort of expressing my faith better than the religion itself. And then here's my religion actually borrowing from that show, which means there's probably somebody in the Bethel video department that's having that same experience right now that I had with Lost. But anyway, I could talk about this forever. I'm just really annoyed. They used Lost for evil. I think we should try and keep a better eye on their plagiarism. I think we could find a lot of examples of this. Like, obviously, this isn't actually plagiarism. It's a sound-alike. It's a very intentional sound-alike. But there's a lot of that. So if you know of any, sound off in the comments and let me know. And we can do an expose, which is the name of a great episode of Lost.
How was it out there? It's not good. It won't be long, maybe an hour. Is Kevin with you? He said he's not coming. That he doesn't want to have anything to do with us anymore.
How sad. Now, this far into the Great Tribulation,